Females in my culture are expected to always be polite and calm and maybe a little bit more quiet than I am. Growing up, I just wanted to kind of be the opposite of that. That does relate to my photography because I showcase women who are really bold and have an attitude, are out there. It's very empowering to me to showcase that instead of what is expected for me to be as an Arab female. My name is Jessica Kobeissi. I'm from Detroit, Michigan, and I'm a portrait and fashion photographer. My parents immigrated from Lebanon to the United States, and I was born and raised in Detroit. I grew up with 5 other siblings, and out of all of them, I think I was the most artistic. I went to high school and I pursued graphic design later in college, and then I just ended up doing photography. I just kind of found it, and it kind of found me. Halfway into college, I just really wanted to edit and retouch pictures. That was really my main focus. I'm the type of person that if I'm gonna do something, I wanna own everything. I wanna say this is my full piece of work. So I knew that I would have to start taking my own pictures if that was gonna happen. So I bought my first camera and now I'm here. I just love the challenge of taking something unconventionally unpretty and making it look interesting and cool, and adding a model to that with a cool outfit definitely makes up my style. YouTube is my second home. Growing up, I also wrote tutorials for graphic design, but now that I was doing photography, I felt that it was kind of natural for me to transition into writing photography tutorials, but no one was writing them anymore. It was all about making videos, so I switched to making full YouTube videos of how I got a certain shot. One of the messages that I try to portray in my photographs is that women are very imperfect and we're not always smiling, we're not always happy. I try to showcase that in a very street style and natural type of way. I like to show a sense of empowerment, that this is not what you expect a typical girl to be. One thing I want people to take away from through my YouTube channel and my Instagram is you don't need a lot of fancy equipment, you don't need a professional team all the time or really fancy locations to get a nice shot. You can depend on yourself and your creativity. I use the Canon 5D Mark IV, and my go-to lens is the 24-70. It is my favorite lens. I pretty much use that for all of my photo shoots. I'm not the type of person oh, I have to upgrade every year. Until my camera breaks, then we're good. I think people are so quick to upgrade. They focus on the wrong things, I think, instead of depending on your gear to get a good shot. Just use what you have and make it work. I really love how photography has transformed in the past couple years, especially with the help of social media. I think it just gives people an opportunity and a chance to showcase their work. You have access to learning for free, and you're inspired by other people maybe in the same situation as you, and you can say, oh, this person is also going through something like me, but they're able to do it, and so it kind of gives me hope. My biggest motivation is just all the people who kept asking me, what are you going to do with graphic design? What are you going to do with photography? You can't make money doing that. In my city, there's a lot of Arabs and they all go into medical school. And when you told them you're not doing any of those things, they'd be like, why are you doing graphic design? You're not going to be able to make a living doing that. I was going against the grain, basically, and it was kind of scary. And I think people were very skeptical, oh, she's not going to be able to do that. But I proved them all wrong. I definitely have a favorite picture. It's a portrait I took of a model named Sabrina. We were in Seattle and we were just doing a regular test shoot. Halfway through the shoot, it started raining. I started to freak out. I didn't know what to do. So I found a hotel and there was an area that was covered from the rain. So I told her to just stand underneath it, took a couple of shots. When I looked at the photos in the back of the camera, wasn't really too crazy about them, but when I started retouching and editing it, then I started to fall in love with it. Some advice I would give to my younger self would be to just have more confidence, be more assertive, and just protect your vision, I guess. Sometimes other people took over my photo shoots and I never really said anything. I didn't want to start any issues. I didn't want to be confrontational. Now I just feel like I'm more comfortable in speaking up. Definitely standing up for myself is one of the biggest things I would tell myself.